Very few people understand the stock market. Football Index gives users the opportunity to trade and make money with something they love, the beautiful game. Welcome back to another video. Now the international break is over and Tottenham are back to Premier League action. Of course, Tottenham have played 8 Premier League games so far this season, and we take on Watford tomorrow, Saturday kickoff, 3 o'clock at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Watford haven't won a Premier League game yet this season. They have played 8, they have drawn 3 and lost 5, and they are sitting 20th in the Premier League table, right at the bottom, and they have only got 3 points. Tottenham are at the moment 9th, played 8, won 3, lost 3 and drawn 2, scored 14, conceded 12 and sitting on 11 points. Let's face it, the last couple of weeks, I know it's been international duty, but the week before international duty, let's face it, it was a bad time for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Being a Tottenham fan, we haven't had many times like this under Pochettino, and it has been awful. You know, to concede 7 goals at home for the first time ever in our history against Bayern Munich, losing 7-2. And then, of course, the following weekend, we went down to Brighton. We expected a complete reaction from the Tottenham team and to get a result down at Brighton. And then we ended up losing 3-0, completely outplayed by Brighton in the first half. And Brighton, by half-time, could have been 3, 4, even 5 goals up. They had a lot of chances. And, of course, we had the horrific injury to Hugo Lloris. You know, just after a couple of minutes. So I am really expecting a good reaction from every Tottenham player, expecting every Tottenham player to be playing for the shirt and wanting to win this game, particularly as Watford have had such a poor start to the Premier League season, not winning a single game in their first 8 Premier League meetings. I'm actually going to go for a 4-0 Tottenham win. I know, you know, some people might laugh at that and thinking that we might just scrape this game if we do get the win. But I'm going to go for a 4-0 win. I expect a really good reaction. You know, a lot of our players have had good international duty experiences over the last couple of weeks. So I think Harry Kane will grab a couple, and I think that we will play exactly how we played against Crystal Palace, and of course that was a 4-0 win as well. So I'm expecting much of the same, a good, solid performance, and quite a few goals from Tottenham. The Tottenham team news going into this game, of course, we know that Hugo Lloris is out until the start of 2020. Giovanni Lo Celso and Ryan Sessegnon have both been back in training and could even feature in this game against Watford. Ryan Sessegnon is, of course, yet to make his debut for Tottenham, so it would be really nice to see him put a Tottenham shirt on for the very first time. And Giovanni Lo Celso has only played around an hour of football for Tottenham so far, so it would be nice to see him back in action as well. Christian Eriksen actually faces a late fitness test after suffering a dead leg on international duty with Denmark, so let's hope that he is well and back for the game as well. The team news for Watford ahead of the Premier League game against Tottenham. Etienne Capoue, of course, the former Tottenham midfielder, he is out. Isaac Success, he is out as well. Troy Deeney is also absent. And centre-back Sebastian Prodl is also out. Tottenham actually have a fantastic record against Watford in the Premier League. We've actually met them on 12 occasions. We have won 8 of them. 3 have resulted in a draw. And Watford have only ever beaten us once in the Premier League. As I said, we do have an excellent record against Watford. And Watford's current run of 9 successive top-flight away defeats at Spurs by an aggregate score of 24-4 is their longest such streak against a single opponent. Before the international break, Tottenham conceded 10 goals in the 2 games, 7 at home to Bayern Munich and 3 away at Brighton. Now, that was the first time since December 1997 that we conceded 10 goals in 2 matches, and that was when we lost 6-1 to Chelsea and 4-0 to Coventry. What a stat this one is. Tottenham have lost 5 of their past 33 Premier League meetings against sides starting the day bottom of the table. But all 5 of those defeats have been against teams that they begin with W. And that was against West Ham, Wigan and West Brom 3 times. And who are we playing? Watford. So I really hope that this don't happen again. Interestingly, this season, the 2019-2020 season, of course, we've only played 8 games so far in the Premier League, but Mauricio Pochettino has actually used 23 players in the Premier League competition this season, the joint most in the top flight along with Watford and Norwich City. Our last 9 Premier League goals have been scored in the first half of games. Our last second half league goal come from Lucas Moura against Manchester City all the way back on the 17th of August. What a fantastic stat this one is. Even though Watford have not won a Premier League game so far this season, only Liverpool, Chelsea and Manchester City have had more attempts on goal than Watford's 108 in the Premier League this season. So it's very fair to say that Watford have struggled for points and struggled to score this season. They've actually failed to score in 5 of their 8 Premier League games so far this season, the most of any top flight side. Their 4 goals have also been scored by 4 different players. So when Watford played Sheffield United, Watford actually ended a run of 19 Premier League games without a clean sheet, and that dated back to Feb 2019. Since Watford beat Arsenal in January 2017, Watford have lost 16 consecutive league away games against established top 6 opponents, scoring just 9 goals, but conceding a staggering 53 goals. When you look at the Premier League table, Tottenham have got 11 points in 9th place, but Manchester City in 2nd have got 16 points. So we are only 5 points away. This dreadful start to the season that Tottenham have had. But I think this is quite a positive, really, that we're only 5 points away from Manchester City, so we could easily catch them if we started picking up the results. Now is the time for Tottenham to find form and win some matches and just go on a very, very good winning run. Now, the other fixtures tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, the early kickoff is Everton v West Ham. I'm going to probably go for a draw. I'm going to probably go for a 2-2 draw for that one. Then you've got Aston Villa, Brighton. I'm going to go for an Aston Villa home win. Then you've got Bournemouth v Norwich. Put that down as a draw. Chelsea v Newcastle. I'm going to go for a Chelsea win. Leicester v Burnley. Leicester probably win 3-0, I'd say. Tottenham, Watford, I've said 4-0. Then you've got Wolves v Southampton. I'm going to probably go for a 2-1 Wolves win. And then you've got Crystal Palace v Manchester City. Now, Crystal Palace have started the season very well, despite losing 4-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to us. But I'm going to say a Manchester City 3-1 win. Let me know your score predictions of the other Premier League games in the comments section below. As I said earlier on in the video, I think that Tottenham will win 4-0. That's certainly my prediction anyway. Please let me know your prediction for the game, and please let me know your predicted lineup in the comments section below. Who do you think that Pochettino will play, certainly after the international break? And a couple of poor performances, very fair to say poor performances, conceding 10 goals in those previous 2 games, Champions League and Premier League. But ultimately, we really, really do need to win. So please put your comments and thoughts in the comments section below. Come on, you Spurs! So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you like the shirt I've been wearing in today's video, you can order one of these shirts and many, many more from toffs.com. You can also get in touch with them by email. It is enquiries@toffs.com. All of the links are in the description box below this video. They have an absolutely superb range of retro Tottenham shirts, so don't miss out. Very few people understand the stock market. Football Index gives users the opportunity to trade and make money with something they love, the beautiful game.